Yeah, so today's class is going to be on it's AI for dummies, but really it's for realtors and mortgage loan originators. How to use AI to really streamline your business from a marketing standpoint to a client standpoint, but really some simple AI things that I think is really going to help everyone's business. So there's a couple things. Obviously, every most real estate companies, so if anyone's watching this recording and they're with another company, because we do post this to YouTube, um, most real estate companies, their CRM should be pretty technologically savvy. I found a lot of mortgage companies are not, and so you kind of have to work to find one that does have very technology savvy CRMs. But most of the real estate for real estate agents, they do, and they have a lot of AI features. If they don't, that's totally fine. Um, there are a couple things that I always have people look at. So get my handy dandy glasses on. So first is you always want to pull up a tab for Chat GPT, especially if your CRM does not have AI features. And when I say AI features, I mean where you can basically type out what you want it to say subject wise, and then the AI goes and remakes it something a lot better, right? Same thing with, for emails, text messages, drip campaigns, social media posts, whatever it might be. Chat GPT is definitely a free tool that everyone has access to. You just create an account, and so you have that. I like to have Canva up as well. There are AI features with Canva, where they can create posts. I don't think their technology is quite there yet, and I do think it's a premium cost. But I think keep your posts simple. Keep them, because there's two AI things that I want to talk about today. One is going to be, your method of contacting and following up with clients at every step of the way. And then the other is how do you streamline your social media content and all the information you're putting out there. So let's say I go and I talk to a loan officer and I learn about, let's say, a free $4,000 grant to, oops, I can come over here to Canva and I can type grant to buy a house. Let's see what it does. How to buy your first house. And let's say I want to do social media. So I want to do an Instagram post. That's what I want the size of this to be. And what I like about Canva is it makes everything in the size that you need it to. There's also so many different color schemes. They're pretty simple. So like, our brokerage, we do a lot of black and gold. And so I like to keep everything around the same, color scheme. So maybe I'll choose something like this, or I'll pick something. Looking for your first house, check our offer. Let's just use this template. And then all I do is I go and I remove that. I upload our logo. Where's our logo? There it is. Boom. Crop it down a little bit. Super easy. Change this, make it a little bigger. And I know a lot of you on the call already do this and you find creative ways to do it. The cool part is more the Chat GPT, because you want to be able to do things just quickly and not have to waste a ton of time just creating the most perfect content. Looking to buy your first home, check out our offer. Boom, simple. What does that mean? And they're probably going to go read the text. Let's change that. All right, and so then I'm going to download this just as an image. Now with our brokerage, we have our marketing center where we have social studios and we pay extra for everyone to have access to that. The nice thing about social studios is I can auto post to whatever platforms I link. So I come over here to custom post. I select an image. I think it's this one. Boom. I can even crop it because that looks a little funky. Let's do right like that. Apply. There, now I can see what it looks like. Can't do YouTube, but I can do Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google Business if you wanted to. I don't know why we have two. It's so interesting. Right, and I just check it out to make sure it looks how I want it to. It still looks a little funky, so let's just do that. Perfect. Okay. Now, the fun thing, use the AI writing assistant to generate content from, okay, so what I can do on here, well, I'm going to show this from ChatGPT, but you can do it on here as well, although I'm not seeing where. But ChatGPT, you can come here and say, make me a social media post. What do they call it on Instagram? They call it caption, social media post caption, talking about first time home buyer grants that allow buyers to come out of pocket with little to no money down on a home, right? Boom. Look at this. Dreaming of owning your first home. You always have to read this because sometimes they say things you're not allowed to say, like it's for a family or whatever. But say goodbye to hefty down payment. Explore first-time home buyer grants that can be, blah, 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 and it put hashtags for me. See, I love it, and emojis. All I do is then I copy, come over here, paste, and then I can schedule it, which is nice with our software. Let's do, 10:13 a.m. Apply, schedule. And so once a month, because now it's we're still in the first week of April, I like to sit down, I like to schedule all of my posts for the entire month. Now, sometimes I like to pick, hey, Mondays and Tuesdays are just informational posts. And then Fridays are going to be a little bit more content related to searching for homes and buying homes or selling, because I know that people are preparing for their weekend and wanting to browse and search. The other tool that I really like is getting with a lender, whether it's some of us at Purpose Home Loans or someone else, and getting the list reports. Because with list reports, I have access to so much just already tailor fitted social media content, where it has to do with pre-approval letters, local housing market data, my listings, weekly training. I can go here to, they call it list packs, and I can pick, let's see, homes with pools. That is, okay, homes with pools. Let's find something with that's fine. Let's do, it gives you text. We're going to do best areas. So I selected areas already. So El Dorado Hills, Folsom, Lincoln, Rockland, and Roseville, California. And then I can copy the text that it already types out for me. And I can either take a screenshot or copy the link. I like to just take a screenshot. But if you copy the link, then with everything except for Instagram, so I come here, create a post, paste, go back to list reports, copy the link, paste, take out these two. And what'll happen is it'll pull the image from this link, or you can just paste that link, come back over here. That way you can include Instagram. I just take a quick little screenshot. I have a lot of screenshots. Boom. homes with a pool. And there's my social media content for the week. Let's do Friday, apply, schedule post. Perfect. Now, the thing that I like to really do too, especially with this Chat GPT or with your CRM, is some of the marketing stuff. So if I come over here to like, here's our people, these are agents in our company. But let's say these are attempted contacts. These are clients or leads that we got. Obviously, I'm not going to do it because it belongs to a lot of other people. But I can do mass email or mass text. And if I don't want to have to think of something myself, I can click on this magic icon, follow up with the lead. So AI writing assist. We can do custom prompts. We can schedule a call, property needs, pre-approval. So if I come here to, let's say, custom prompt. So, these are people we haven't been able to talk to before. So I'm going to say, inventory has been increasing. So it's spring and inventory is increasing. Have you seen any homes worth touring in person this weekend? Let's see what it says. Hi, and it does it automatically for, whoa, that's a lot of text. Dang, okay, what? Oh well, and you can always tailor it, you can always fix it, but you can do, hey, lead first name, I hope, blah, 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 and it goes through the whole thing. So I can always go to Chat GPT and I can say the same thing. Can you type out a short email for my real estate clients, asking them if they have seen any homes worth touring this weekend? Subject, weekend home tours. Your input needs. I don't know what that means, but okay. Dear client name, I hope, and it goes through it all for you. And then it puts this here. So I like doing this because, obviously depending on, I think some of you have kids, some of you work other jobs. Chase, you're sick. Damari's got a daughter. Dylan, you're in school or finishing finals, or I think you already finished your finals, but right, everyone's got stuff that is constantly filling our mind. And the last thing we need to be doing is spending too much time thinking about the perfect thing to say. Because it doesn't necessarily, this is a little too long. I'd probably use this Chat GPT one. But the best thing to do is just, have someone else type out something so I can copy and paste it. And the nice thing about a lot of this is I can come over here to, our, let's say, smart plans or email templates. And I can add a folder. So I can say drip campaign content. And then I can come over here. Where's my folders? And I can create, literally come over here, weekend home tours. I don't know why they say input your needs. What does that mean? Subject, weekend checkup, so I know what it is. Weekend home tours. Drip campaign content. And then just copy and paste. Oops. Gotta be faster. Ah, dang it. No. Paste to match style. That's the trick. The nice thing about our CRM is I can come over, and most CRMs honestly do that, is I can do agent name. I can do agent. Oh, I could do signature. That way it's the whole thing. It's tailor fitted a little bit. This is why it's important to also put all of your clients' information in there. And then we'll do subject, weekend. All right, and then I click save. Then I can come over here to smart plans. I can create a bunch of those templates, and I can create smart plans, or for other CRMs, it's just drip campaigns. Is essentially what you're creating. So plan name, we're gonna do follow up, home tours, lead types, buyers. Make it a team plan, trigger. Right, I can just let's do pipeline change. So when they go to attempted contact, you can also manually put it in there. But what are the actions? Okay, we're going to send an auto email. Come over here to my templates. Let's go down to team templates. Of course it didn't. It's not showing up. Oh well, but right, I can find my templates. I've done this before too, checking in. And you can just keep creating email after email. I like to do this too whenever I get my first client. So a lot of you, when you get your first client into contract, so let's say I come over here, 3 pending. I just closed this guy. So I closed both of these. So what I can do is I can set it up so that the first closing I get, I can think about, okay, what do I want to send this person? So here's Riley here. We just closed him. I want to be able to send an email asking for a review. Thank you. Congrats on buying your house. I'd love for you to leave me a review. And then and then I can put the link, but I'm not going to do that for the sake of this video. Generate. Man, it likes to write a lot of stuff. But you can go through and you can fix it however you want, but at least it's going to give you a good foundation, right? I don't know how many of you were in college or, even in high school. And, the hardest part about writing a paper is starting, right? Once you start, you're on a roll and you can keep going. So that's spelled correctly. So I don't know why it says that, your feedback. And then you can put a link in here. The nice thing is what I can do is I can copy and paste that email after I send it out. And I can come over here to my settings. And I can add it to a template. And then I can add it to a smart campaign. That way, every time I get a new client that goes from appointment met to showing to pending and then closed, and I move them into closed, and auto things go out. So auto emails go out that I don't even have to remember or think about, going in here and, manually sending them anything. Because like I just showed you, those 2 people closed, one closed 2 days ago, but the other one I closed over a month ago, and I still haven't sent her a link to leave a review. So same thing when you're going, to showing and you're going to appointment met. I mean, there's so much things you can do. I think the best thing is to just sit down with ChatGPT and sit down with Lofty. You can also have Canva open so that you can include images in with your emails or your text messages. maybe not text messages, but your emails. Even this image here, and just include it in one of the emails. But what I really like to do is I just come and I make a bunch of email templates. So I come down to, maybe I didn't click save for that one, but I just create email templates, and I think of emails. So let's think of, okay, we just got into contract on a house. Well, I'm going to type in, what here, please write an email for my home buyer client that explains the next steps in the home buying process now that we are in contract on a house. The next steps are, and you can sit down and write it out. So even if you're brand new in the industry, a lot of you can sit down and you can say, okay, what are the next steps? We can talk about it. You can go to, there's so many resources out there, but we're going to have to deliver our earnest money deposit in 3 days. We need to schedule inspections. I'm going to go ahead and schedule that, unless if you have a preferred home pest and roof inspector. I'll coordinate with your schedule. We're going to get a lot of seller disclosures that we both will have up to 5 days to review. And so we'll make sure we go over those as well. And I'm going to type all that out, and I'm going to let ChatGPT take it from there. So the next steps are to schedule a home inspection, deliver your initial deposit, and review seller disclosures. Boom. Let's see what it does. Subject: the next steps in your home buying journey. Look at that. AI. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Come on, Cameron. So look at this. It types it out. It even makes this stuff bold for you. How cool is that? Then I literally copy and paste it into our CRM as an email template. And when I go to create a smart plan, I just say, hey, when any lead, their pipeline status changes to pending, they're going to, and they're a buyer lead with that big B, they're going to get an email. And that way I can tell my clients, hey, listen, I'm going to keep you educated every single step of the way. This is what I do, but it's all just done automatically. Now, I like you all to do this rather than us as a company set it up for you, because I want you to be able to tailor fit some of the language to fit how you want it. But all you do is, I come over here to settings. Once I create that email template, then it's just a lot easier to come to smart plans, and I can create a new smart plan. And I can just upload, auto email. What's the trigger? The trigger is that the pipeline changed to pending. Advanced trigger pipeline has changed to pending. We want to make sure that they are at a condition. Oops. We want to do lead type is what I'm looking for. Segment is, but you can obviously do this with the tag too, and you can just say buyer or whatever you want to do, right? And so that way I know, hey, this auto email is going to go out as soon as this happens. I can also then create a step-by-step process that's a task for me, where it is a checklist. So I can come over here to whatever the checklist is, and I can add and assign it to myself. Schedule inspections. If it's a listing, schedule photos, schedule the sign to go in. That way, every time I take a lead from pre-listed to, or, listing consultation to listed, I know I get reminded exactly what I need to do. And I mean, there's so many other things too that you can do. The nice thing is just using ChatGPT or Lofty to really help create a lot of that content, so you're not having to think about it and waste a lot of your time. Because like I said, we're all busy, and I think if it's a lot easier to make a habit around using AI to create this stuff for you, versus sitting down and having to make it yourself. Because that's you can word things so perfectly, but it's not going to matter, right? You just need to get a general message across. I'm going to tell you 90% of real estate agents, 90%, probably 95% of mortgage loan originators do not have these auto emails that go out, that do not have AI writing good and consistent social media posts. And so just use AI to make yourself less overwhelmed, if that makes sense. But that is it. Do you guys have any questions?